crazy. Welcome back to another video. Go-karts are going fishing. Missed you guys since the last video. We gotta figure out an air filter. I gotta figure out an air filter. I picked up these two spacers, Ace Hardware. 420 is sitting on there with 2 bolts right now, by the way. Still got to weld these 2 supports in. Haven't done that yet. Probably do that this weekend. This video. Got some 1-inch pipe, EMT. Got a 1-inch 90. Got some spray paint for the little green, used to be green mini bike. Got some pink too. This is a few things I picked up. I had this laying around. Picked this up at Home Depot. Don't think I'm going to use it. I think what I'm going to use is this. And I think I'm going to attach this air filter to it. But enough talk, just watch. So I goofed up a little bit, so I had to wallow this hole out a little because I was getting an air gap up here. So this is my first time doing this. This thing was like $2, so I could always pick up another one and make a better one. But this is a prototype, so let's see. I marked on the inside where I need to remove some more material. That right there is like a little vent hole in the carburetor. It needs to be opened up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and waller this out a little. Now we're getting a nice open. See, I drilled out this little notch here for this hole here, and this one's already open, and this one's open, so it fits on. And the reason I did it like this is so you could still use the choke. I didn't want that to be in the way. I think I gotta go one size bigger though. Dude, it is a little bit off-centered. Not too bad in there though. Like I said, it's a prototype. Threw some paint on it. Such a punk. Don't you want to stay in your home? But see, the way it sandwiches it in there is perfect. So, yeah. It's on there, right? It's sealed up. So I've never tried this before, but I'm going to attempt to pie cut this pipe to put a bend in it, and this might go good, it might go bad, we'll see. So those are the cuts I'm going to attempt to make. There's my first cut. I can see this is going to be a lot harder than I thought. So let's see if I can bend it up. So there's my first attempt at a pie cut to bend your exhaust. It doesn't look too bad. I had to do some more grinding on it and cut further around. Let's say you want to do about 75% around. I'm going to go ahead and try to weld that up and get another one cut. There's one. I think I'm going to have to do at least 3 more or 2 more before it gets where I want it to be. Back to work. Alright, so the exhaust bolts are 2 inches across. I'm going to drill that out and then weld this to there like so. And then we'll have an exhaust. Alright, there's my flange. I noticed I'm going to have to put some kind of spacers on here because of this gap right here. But now, if I put that flat, it puts me out a little bit past there, right? So I'm going to clock it about level where I need to have it right there with a marker and then tack it. I decided to go with a 3rd pie cut, just for the record. To weld it up the 3rd time, that'll be it. And then I can weld that washer on there. Just put the first tack on it. Stuck this screwdriver up in there to hold it in the center. Broken screwdriver. Almost there. You can talk, I don't care.
Oh, you're not on video?
Yeah. You can still talk.
Yeah, I'm not on about stuff.
You want to talk about stuff?
No, I don't want to talk on your video.
Why not? You scared?
No,
Well,
no.
it's the next day, and you know, I'm real happy with yesterday's results. I got that exhaust pipe on, and I got that intake made. Trevor seemed pretty pleased with it. He was tickled, getting excited. We might get to ride this thing today, so yeah, I need to get to work, but I got a lot of other stuff I'm trying to do too. If you follow my live streams, you know we've been building this mini bike mostly on the live stream, but that's the color it's going to be. I got some primer on here. I still need to do some more primering on it, but this is the motor that's going on it. It's a 5-horse modified Briggs. I've done a lot to it. The flywheel key sheared off last time I started it, so I got some more flywheel keys. I need to paint this purple, put all that back together, and it'll be pretty much good to go. But I got a checklist for this of stuff that needs done. It's I gotta re-drill the engine bolts. Holes on the engine plate need to be a little bigger, so I need to do that. I need to which we got a clutch bolt now. Johnny found a clutch bolt for it, so that's okay. I gotta weld those supports that we put in right before I ran out of wire. I gotta finish those supports under the seat, and I gotta cut the chain and do the throttle and brake, and and she'll be ready to ride. So, oh, gas tank. Most important thing, I gotta do a gas tank, but that shouldn't be too bad because we got that little 80cc gas tank right there we're gonna throw on it for testing purposes. So I got a lot of work to do. I'm gonna try to bust as much of it out as I can. Alright, so the holes are drilled out to the proper size now. Dang, that thing looks good. Good look at the exhaust. From this side looks really good, which is the side you see. I'm thinking about extending that tip out a little bit. But while I got the engine off, I'm gonna go ahead and weld up those supports too. Be done with that. And then I could put the motor back on and mount it. Cut the chain. Yeah, it's gonna be close. We should be able to get this done today. Famous last words. If you guys remember from last week, there's my JB weld job on the seat. Seems to be holding, so yep. Are you freaking kidding me? Well, I'm done with welding, so that Harbor Freight welder barely gets hot enough to melt this metal, but hopefully those will hold. Ugh. Started welding like crap right before it ran out of wire, but I'm gonna stick that engine back on because I got those holes drilled out. Try to bolt it down. Got 4 bolts in there. They're loose still, but they're in there. So what should I do next, guys? Throttle, brake, chain. Probably should look at the chain. I'm gonna move that tire all the way forward and see what I could do with that. So throttle cable was easy enough. Me and Johnny had this already set up for a go-kart, so it was already lined up. Easy peasy. So now I'm gonna throw this brake line in real quick. Throttle's hooked back up. Brakes hooked back up. Brakes are working good. Gas tank, and I can test fire it. I need to cut the chain and put the chain on it, and that's about it. Gas tank and a chain. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Need to get Trevor over here for a test ride. So actually I think I'm gonna try to get this chain and clutch mounted real quick. Gas tank's on standby. I'm gonna loosen this big bolt and big nut and move that tire all the way forward as far as I can, and that way my chain will be able to get tightened as we go, and that's where I'm at now. So I'm gonna work on that. Got the chain kind of mocked up. It's a little loose right now, but I can get a link in there, which is perfect. I put my master link right there, and then we can tighten that wheel up. Actually, I have to tighten the motor down first, and then we can tighten the wheel up. But all I got left is the gas tank after this, I think. I got to put a bolt and a keyway in the clutch. And I think that's about it. Man, the gas tank though. I might have to run to the parts store and grab some fuel line and a shut off, because I don't trust it. Hopefully that fuel tank holds fuel. A few other small things, but I don't know what else I need to film really. It's pretty much there, except the first startup and the first test ride. The Harley handlebars look good on that thing. Alright, chain is cut to size, motor's tight. I got to tighten that back wheel up, and this gas tank. Now I'm working on a bracket for the gas tank, because this one didn't come with one, of course. So I got this piece of stainless. I'm going to cut this off and drill a hole in it. Maybe vice versa. And then that'll be one. I gotta make a whole nother one, so this is gonna take me a minute. It'll be fine. One more. Alright, got those two made. I gotta find hardware for them, the nuts and washers. I want to try to talk Trevor into letting me mount that underneath that, but first we got to mount this regardless. We might still can get a back bolt in maybe, but then I'll have to figure out how to mount that to that. So I don't know, I'll talk to Trevor about it, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this bolted onto the bike. And then I'm just waiting on some fuel line. I cannot find a clutch bolt. I've dug through this bin forever. I can't find a clutch bolt. I got the key in there, so I'm gonna have to run to the parts store for that probably. But I might have to wait till later because I got company coming over. Little side note, my buddy's working on his carb over here. I think we found the problem. You don't want that. Crank's right up on choke. It's gonna do like 60. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's gonna do like 60, dude.
Damn. Do you have enough? There's brakes. Figure this stuff out then. Need to really run. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Well, we give my.
Oh shit. Oh, that was close. He barely slowed down in time. Look at Johnny in the shot. Holy crap.
Driver. If that bearing locked up, screwed. You gonna eat. It's bad. Josh, do you need that?
Godspeed.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a bump right there. No, I'm good.
I was with one hand the whole time.
I saw you. I saw you. Holy, let's see what that top speed is.
Got my leg though.
Did it get you?
Yeah, the clutch did.
Oh, gotta get that cover on there. Let's see what we got for a top. Dude, you had to be doing 50 plus.
It didn't take it.
Dang it! Oh, he turned good.
Probably trying to say, oh, he's coming hard.
You can hear them tires humming. Take it in the garage and show.
Kitchen fire.
63 miles an hour. That's miles per hour, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Boom.
And I was using my hand at that time, so when
Right.
I let off, it may have still had more even.
Oh my God.
So I was trying to see if it was.